Hey everybody, waiting for nextyear.com podcast. I'm your host Craig Lindell, except today I'm not going to be your host. It's Sports Nom, Jeff Nomina. He's been grabbing people and bringing them on his video YouTube show. And if you have subscribed to our YouTube channel, you might have already seen it. So I hope you have, but if not, that's why I'm grabbing the audio and I'm bringing it here to the podcast feed. This time he's talking about the Cavaliers, the Eastern Conference, Isaiah Thomas, all that good stuff with Chopz. P. Chopz from Complex Magazine. He's on Twitter. I think you'll enjoy this conversation with Nom and Chopz. So here it is.
Waiting for next year.
Waiting for next year.
Hello and welcome to another Waiting for Next Year video. I'm here with the one and only Chopz from Complex, friend of Joe Budden. I'm excited you're here, man. I appreciate it.
That's true. What is up?
Oh, just about everything with the Cavs right now. We just got through Kyrie's press conference with Boston, which hurt a little bit. We are starting to get a little bit more information. Joe Budden is randomly breaking stories now. The beat writer carousel here in Cleveland has been fun with Haynes leaving and with McMenamin and Lloyd moving around and stuff. So Barden had some information today. It sounds like we're starting to get a little bit of when Isaiah Thomas is expected back, a little bit of the Cavs' thoughts with the Brooklyn pick, and also how they're going to use Jay Crowder. So, major takeaways right now as you kind of react to the trade.
I think it's interesting. Yeah, like you said, I think information's finally, the Cavs are starting to finally talk about it because they were so silent for a week straight. They didn't say anything. But now we have Varden just released this. He said IT's coming to Cleveland Sunday, starting rehab Tuesday. He said that they're taking it kind of this week, see how he feels, then go through training camp, see what's going on, and then kind of figure out, when he'll be back, it's good to kind of know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel with IT. I was excited because he mentioned the Brooklyn pick. Teams are already calling about it. He said numerous teams are calling about the Brooklyn pick. And Jay Crowder is already working, Ty Lue's already working LeBron Crowder type things, which are going to be fun, I think.
I think Crowder seems like the perfect kind of Shane Battier type guy. Richard Jefferson kind of maybe filled that, but he's old and not that good anymore.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Crowder to kind of pull that, and maybe we can get some pretty, if you have Tristan and LeBron and Crowder, that's going to be a pretty wicked defensive lineup. You're going to be able to switch everything and kind of shut a lot of guys down with that.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Crowder, and I think you could he's not going to be. And this was what Varden wrote. He's not going to be just LeBron's backup. He's going to be backup Kevin Love, backup. Play with LeBron and Kevin Love at the same time. I'm really excited for it. I think people are kind of underrating his part of the trade. Just because everything with the trade got so crazy, with IT's hip and everything. But I'm really excited for what Crowder brings to the table, especially right away.
I think it's fun. You could do lineups with, he and LeBron at the 3 and 4, with Tristan at center. You could put Love at center and be really stretchy. You could even, they experimented with LeBron at center, and he adds another big body that you could kind of do that. There could be some really fun lineups with JR, Korver, LeBron, Crowder, and if it's Thomas or whoever you find at point guard at that point. I don't like any of our point guards, so it's hard for me to make any fake lineups with them right now.
The cool thing that I was thinking about is because I was watching Chetty today, Osman.
I think it's Jetty.
Because he was going off against Russia. He had 28 points, 7 steals, 6 rebounds, And I was thinking I'm not expecting too much from him. But I was thinking if lineups where you could play with him Crowder, LeBron with a JR or a Korver in there, and he could maybe, because I saw someone, Bleacher Report did a thing today, and a scout compared him to a 6'8" Delhi. So fans get ready for the
people are already buying the jerseys now. It's already
right, yeah. They're I'm in, yeah.
I haven't seen that much of him, but he seems to always know where to be, and yes. That's super useful. If you're playing with LeBron, just knowing how to play basketball is a hugely important skill. That's why Chopz drives us all crazy because he just doesn't really understand how to play basketball.
Two quick things I saw today. He runs the floor and he has defensive awareness, which and he's athletic and young. Like Richard Jefferson has defensive awareness, but he's too old to do anything about it right now. You know, like
Right.
I think like you could put him in there right away with some of these lineups, and he could like at least help out in a way that's like not, you know, like needing or asking a lot of them. So that's really cool.
And I've convinced myself, because this is what I do, that like the learning curve won't be as bad. It's not like he's a rookie coming out of college where he played for 1 year in a college system that's completely different. I mean, he's been playing professionally in Europe for quite a while.
And like the game he was playing in today, like he was playing the Russian national team with Timo was playing. Shved, remember he was on the T-Wolves for a little bit. So like he was playing against like NBA type guys. And there was one drive where he took it right at Timo, hesitated in midair, and went like lefty off the glass. Like it was like I was all in on him earlier today, tweeting me and Carter.
He's a skill. It's not just, you know, athleticism and try-hardedness, whatever that.
So I think I'm kind of excited right now. It's so doomy out here. Are you still in doom mode or no?
I'm not in doom mode. I'm excited for this season. You know, Isaiah Thomas has something to do with that. You know, assuming he's somewhat healthy. I think that there's a lot. Here's the thing: the East sucks so bad.
Yeah, like I'm not even worried. Like I'm not worried about any team in the East. I'm really not. I'm sorry.
I feel like people are trying to pump up Boston as like a legit thing, and like I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Like Woj on that podcast was asking whether they were at Golden State's level yet, or if they were a threat to Golden State. And it's like, man, they're not even a threat to Cleveland yet. I mean, they're going the right way. In 2 years they might be, but right now, like they're starting a Morris twin and not the good one. Like that's a bad start.
Yeah, and they still have Al Horford, and like he's still a terrible mismatch against the Cavs. Like for Boston, like we dominate him. They haven't done anything to help their rebounding, right? Like their front court is bad. Like how's that gonna? Like are they better than Washington? Like did they get better with Kyrie and Gordon Hayward than Washington?
No, they're really thin now. Like they're starting Marcus Smart and a Morris twin, like Marcus Morris, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really know where that gets you. And I know that they have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and all those European guys coming off the bench, but
how much can they fully expect from Tatum this year? Not a lot, right?
Right. It's not like he's going to come and play defense. I mean, he might score a little bit, but I don't think that's getting them over any sort of hump that they're trying to get over with the Cavs.
And I mean, I like Jaylen Brown, but I don't think he's going to take like a second-year leap that he's not going to make that type of leap this season, especially with Kyrie, because everybody's talking about Kyrie now, like, and Kyrie's even talking about, he's like, oh, I can't wait to play like more team-oriented type stuff. Okay, Kyrie, you're still going to dribble the ball for 18 seconds and go do what you do. It's not going to you're not going to drastically change overnight just because you're playing with Brad Stevens.
It's going to be so fascinating to see Kyrie trying to play team ball and Brad Stevens handle like an actual personality. Like there's so much Brad Stevens hype, but he's just kind of had all these try-hard guys, and it's not that hard to coach them into playing that kind of system. Like you get a guy like Kyrie, let's see you coach him and get him to fly into that system. I want to see that. I want to see that happen. And also going back to Horford, people talk about him like he's a stretch five now because he shoots like 34% from three. Like the defense wants you to take that shot. Like if we're playing up in the playoffs and Horford and Morris are taking threes, they're not stretching the court. Like we are like rolling out a red carpet and saying, Al Horford, please shoot that shot. Yes. You dumb idiot.
Yes. I think I like Washington still right there. I think Toronto will be right there because they have Serge back for a full season.
They're so boring.
They're so boring, but like
threatening.
But like in a playoff series with Boston, though, I think that they could maybe, I guess now with Kyrie, Boston probably has an edge. But like I still see as the East is like the Cavs, tier 1, and then tier 2 is like Boston, or maybe tier 1B would be Boston, Washington, and then on down, But the thing about the East is the back end of the East is just atrocious.
Yeah, I just don't think anybody's even close to the Cavaliers. Like, I don't think anybody in the East terrifies me. Like at best, I can see the Eastern Conference Finals going 6 games.
Yeah. Oh, it's at best. Yeah. I mean, the Cavs still the Cavs still beat this Boston team by what, 50 points in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Right.
I get that Kyrie's on the other side of it now, but still have LeBron with shooters and athletes. And I was thinking about this. I really can't wait to see Crowder play for Lou, because Lou kind of always wanted those kind of like junkyard dog type dudes, and the Cavs haven't given him one yet. And this is the first kind of dude that they're going to give him. So I think he's really going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think we could see a pretty nasty Cavs team. He wasn't when he first came to the league, but he's starting to get in there a little bit and give the guys a little bit of business underneath. He's gotten a little more attitude the last couple of years. You get him and Crowder going at guys, and
yeah,
LeBron doesn't like go at guys, but he kind of inspires it in other people. Like they just love to protect him and love to look like the tough guy for LeBron.
Yeah, and like I've talked shit about IT the past few years, but he's a fiery type little dude. Like he's not. He'll like get into it with people. So I mean, it's going to be exciting, and I think that that's kind of going to feed in with like LeBron's. Like you've seen him work it out on IG. Like LeBron has a clear direction that he's going for this season. It's like no holds barred. I'm not holding back at all. So I think like the Crowder and IT, like you said, kind of try hard type stuff. I think that's going to kind of fit in with the way that LeBron's going this season.
I'm super interested to see how many times LeBron tries to dunk on Kyrie. Man,
October 17th. That's going to be a fun night.
It's going to be wild. Like he's taking the high road and all the interviews on social media and stuff. I mean, but Kyrie, even in that press conference, was kind of taking shots at him still. And like LeBron's just going to try to embarrass you. I mean, do you remember? I think it was like April. Boston had kind of taken over the top seed, and the Cavs kind of came in, and LeBron just bullied them the whole game. I mean, he did in the playoffs too, I guess. But I feel like it's going to be like that. Like he's going to have that chip on his shoulder, and it's going to be even bigger. And he's just going to try to make them look dumb.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for angry LeBron all season. And like Cavs fan, like Derrick Rose is probably going to start that opening game at point guard. So just get used to it. Like be prepared right now that you're going to sit there.
Pixelated. Like it's like porn or something. I'm gonna pixelate it out so I can't see it, so it's safe to watch. So I don't have to watch Derrick Rose.
I'm excited for Derrick. I think he's gonna like literally like LeBron's gonna do what he does for every player and like make him like look good. I really do.
Yeah, if he can do it for Derek Williams, I mean, he can do it for anybody. Do you think LeBron has a shot in MVP this year?
He does, but I hope that they don't go for it. I hope that they really. I think like you go out, you make your statement early. Like through like December, January, whatever, and then you reel it back in during the middle and then you ramp it back up. So I think that will probably hurt them in the MVP, but I really hope that they don't go for it because you still have title aspirations this year,
With IT being out and depending on how long he's out, if he's out for an extended time, I could see LeBron looking at that triple-double, like averaging a triple-double and just saying, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Russ did it, I could do that.
Yeah, but man, that took so much out of Russ. Like, I hope, it'd probably be easier for LeBron to do. Yeah, maybe. I'm excited for this. This Cavs team is so deep. They're deep.
We have so many wings. How did we all of a sudden get all these wings? I don't. Well, like the entire league has gone towards wings and shooting, and somehow Griff and Altman just find wings and shooting everywhere.
Hopefully, one of them is gone by the start of the season.
Yeah, his name starts with S and rhymes with your mom.
Yeah, he did an interview with TMZ today. They caught him, and he was like, "I know all Kyrie's moves, so I'll be fine defending him." And I was just like, "I hate you."
Oh my god, that's actually funny though. Like watching Kyrie burn Shump. I think I'd cheer for Kyrie in that matchup.
Oh, LeBron's gonna get switched on to Kyrie that first game, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Oh my god, he's gonna like when your older brother like smacks it right back in your face and gives you a bloody nose.
Or just get his ankles broken and Twitter will explode.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. That'll happen.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. All right, Brooklyn pick. What do you want them to do? Because obviously the fun thing would be to trade it for a star right now, but there aren't a lot of stars that sound like they're going to be around to use it on.
Boogie's the easy answer because that situation, like Pelicans players are already getting hurt. Like
it's amazing. I don't understand how
they've already lost two like wing rotation type guys, and then they just
didn't have any to start with. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, so like I see that situation going downhill quickly in New Orleans, and they're like they're going to be like, okay, we got screw worrying about Boogie, we got to worry about Anthony Davis coming up, So I think that if they can try and get something for Boogie, they will. So I think that might be a possibility. I think the outside thing is Oklahoma City doesn't work in some way, and we try and get Paul George, which I think would be very exciting. I think that's like the top. Like the top thing would be Presti counts it, like saves his losses and flips Paul George to the Cavs for the Brooklyn pick.
What do you think convinces LeBron to stay more, using that pick and on a guy who's going to be, free agent at the end of the year, or holding on to it and having that ammo in the offseason?
I honestly don't think either way with the pick has anything to do with. I could talk for about 3 hours about LeBron and motivation and staying and what it means, and I think it has so much. I think that there's a lot more that goes into it than that Brooklyn pick either way,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think you kind of see how it goes. Like people are like, someone tweeted me, Robin Lundberg, who I like, he's a great guy, New York media guy. He just tweeted me like an hour ago that he thinks the Nets are going to be the 8th seed. So
I don't.
I don't agree with that. If that team wins 30 games, I'll be surprised.
They traded their best player. I get that they don't have any motivation to tank. Other teams have a lot of motivation to tank, and they made a couple of nice little moves. They have some pieces and parts that'll be decent, but I don't see it at all.
I don't see it either. They'll play hard. Kenny Atkinson's a good coach, but like that team is, and like I get like D'Angelo Russell's exciting, but we're not. No one's sure that he's good yet, and that he can like lead the wins.
Oh, right, for sure. And I mean, they still have Lin, right? So I mean, they're kind of crossing over with their next best player. So,
and Jeremy Lin's been hurt. He was hurt all last year. You don't know how he's going to come into it. They have Timo, who was getting literally like dominated by Semi Erdan today. Two Cavs legends were going at it.
So many Cavaliers players in that game. I don't understand how you had Erdan and Maz and Jaddy.
3. Yeah. That's just amazing. That just shows how deep the Cavs roots are.
Is Ianga there?
No, I don't think so. I tried to watch who's the other player? Who's the fourth guy the third guy that the Cavs got in the deal for Boston?
Ante Zizic?
Yeah, but he's not playing for whatever team he is reps.
He'll actually be valuable in just the sense that we don't have a backup center.
Yeah, people like it. Like the Draft Express, I read the thing on him. Like people think that he can be a playable big in the NBA.
Like soak up 10 or 15 minutes for Love and Tristan Thompson to play center. Like that's a big deal on this team. We didn't have that last year. It was kind of a mess. We had to play Channing Frye, who I'm not down on Channing Frye like a lot of guys, but I'm gonna have to rely on him to defend anyone and rebound. Or
do we trade Road Tripping this year? Does Road Tripping get flipped together? You got to trade them together. I think you got to like keep the band together.
They're like a buddy cop kind of a thing. Like it's like you got to keep the team together. I don't know. I mean, you have the Chopz contract, which is pretty much the same thing. So if you're trying to move contracts, he's going to be the first one to go.
Yeah.
But that is a big deal, by getting the Brooklyn pick. We can trade our pick. We got that second round.
The thing about it, though, Fry's deals, Fry and RJ are expiring. Chopz has that 1 year left that he's not willing to waive, which people don't want. If Chopz had one, if he was going into the final year, he would have been traded already, I think.
I don't even like Delly, but a Chopz for Delly trade just could not make more sense to me.
You do like Delly. I thought you did.
I don't like Delly. No.
Really? No. Delly would make a ton of sense on this Cavs team right now, though.
I don't hate Delly. Like a lot of people just like refuse to acknowledge that he played good basketball at times. I don't hate him. I just don't like him. But yeah, on this team, like he'd be. We have Isaiah Thomas, Derrick Rose, and Jose Calderon as our point guards. Like we literally have the 3 worst defensive point guards in the NBA. Like Delly would be a huge upgrade just because they're so bad.
When are you starting your Milwaukee Bucks fandom video series?
I do love it. I love it. Middleton.
Well, we didn't talk about the Bucks. We talked about the East, but the Bucks are like the sleeper team.
Yeah,
like,
Jabari comes back. Like Jabari was really good last year. I feel like people didn't talk about it that much. He was really good. Like,
but it's like 2 ACLs now. You're like, you have no idea how that's going to happen. 2 ACLs.
Like Middleton took a while to round into shape, but once he did, he looked pretty good again. So they're going to have Brogdon seems like just a solid, decent player. So he's got Brogdon and Middleton and Giannis, and
they should be. But it's like, can they go from 4 or 5 to top 3, which I don't know.
Right.
It seems like they're one piece away.
they do provide a lot of just like weird matchups. So I could see them getting in
they're
the playoffs
Yeah.
and just screwing up Washington or Boston, especially Boston.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Al Horford and Marcus Morris are going to be chasing around Giannis and those guys. Like that feels like a disaster for them.
Are we positive Boston would beat Milwaukee in a 7-game series? I'm not. I'm really not.
They almost lost to Chicago last year.
I'm not Milwaukee has guards that give Kyrie problems because they're like Brogdon and Delly. They're bigger guards who give Kyrie issues. Hayward against and I'm not I don't even love Gordon Hayward that much. Like I have no idea how Hayward and Kyrie are going to mesh.
Oh, I could definitely see that being a little bit weird. I like Hayward a lot as a player. I mean, he's an awesome complementary star. You know, he does a lot of stuff, and kind of like how Horford does for them. But I could definitely see it being a weird matchup because the other thing is Horford and Hayward both like to have the ball. They're good passers. They're good at finding guys who are cutting and stuff. And we talked about earlier, do you see Kyrie cutting off ball and giving up the ball to those guys so that he can? I don't know.
Apparently, LeBron James, the second coming of Magic Johnson, was holding back his basketball environment from growing. So I don't know. Maybe he will now.
I thought it was interesting that I can't remember who wrote it now. Oh, Howard Beck for Bleacher Report wrote that.
Ooh, that was a takedown.
But the Cavs, scouts were trashing him, and the Cavs guys were just gushing. Like this dude just forced his way out of the championship team, and blew this whole thing up a little bit. And the Cavs dudes were gushing about him. It's crazy how well of an organization the Cavs are, considering Gilbert's at the top, because he's a train wreck, and that's fine. But we don't have bad personnel moves. We don't screw stuff up like that very often. It's pretty impressive.
There's a lot of people there. Yeah, a lot of people in the Cavs organization who are a lot of people around the league, and I was proud because that Howard Beck thing was very interesting because it was a full takedown of Kyrie, except for the Cavs. The Cavs made it known that they were no, we're not going to trash him on the way out. And they haven't. The Cavs have said nothing bad about Kyrie. There's been no leaks about Kyrie coming out. And maybe something will come out, but to this point, there has been nothing bad about Kyrie coming out.
LeBron's going out of his way to be, nice about it. I'm sure a lot of the guys will follow that lead. I think Tristan said something, right?
Tristan tweeted something. Yeah. Kevin Love got a little shady when the trade request came out.
He's so weird.
I love Kevin Love.
Oh, I love him too. He's weird.
What's a percentage that Kevin Love gets traded? Because it's not even that you need to trade Kevin Love. It might just be if you're getting Boogie, do you need Love?
Yeah.
Do you flip?
That's the problem. That Boogie and Marc Gasol are kind of the names that are floating out there. And
I don't want Gasol. I don't want Gasol.
I get it. I just mean that the big guys are the things that are coming up in trade rumors, and so Love or Tristan's gonna have to go. And I don't know that Tristan has that much trade value to a team that's trading a star.
What about Kevin Love?
I would Love because in the offseason, I feel like he has a lot of value. If you're gonna flip him, it's right before the draft or something when all those crazy deals are flying around, and you're trying to remake the roster and say, "Hey, LeBron, this is why you should stick around."
What about Kevin Love?
He was an all-star last year.
What about Kevin Love for Eric Bledsoe and Jared Dudley? And then you still have the Brooklyn pick.
You just start Crowder at the 4.
Or, I don't know what you do. I don't know how you
have. I mean, you could do Bledsoe, JR, LeBron, Crowder, Tristan.
And don't forget about Dwayne Wade, who will be on the Cavs eventually.
Oh, God. Does he cross half court anymore? Is he just does he just think it's half court? Is he already playing by the big 3 league?
But
rules?
LeBron will get him to play.
Yeah.
He had no one in Chicago. He had no one in Chicago because Jimmy looked up to him. And Wade was Jimmy's mentor. But LeBron can kind of, I think, get – and I still think Melo. I still think Melo's a possibility.
That's interesting. If you could get Melo and then flip Love for Bledsoe or whatever, that's kind of interesting.
See, here's the thing. Would you package the Brooklyn pick to the Knicks in a way?
For Melo?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
How else can you get Melo though? Would you do the Cavs? Okay, here's one. Would you do the Cavs 2018 pick, the Cavs own pick, which they can trade now? like that 2020 second round pick they just got for Melo, like, and then contracts or whatever for Melo. Would you do that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Would the Knicks do that though?
I think they'll take anything.
Right?
If you would do it,
it seems like it seems like unless you're off, like giving them a contract that is like a lot of years, like Ryan Anderson. Like if Houston was offering anything else but Ryan Anderson, I think he would be a Rocket right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think if you offer expiring deals like Fry and Richard, like they are with like a pick or two, like 2 picks, I think you could do it.
No, I agree with that. I don't think it would take much. It's a matter of him getting on board. And once Wade gets here, I'm guessing he would be more on board.
I think you could get him on board now. I think before, like the rumors came out when Kyrie asked for the trade that he was a little shaky, but I think now you could get him on board.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
I definitely think they should be chasing that. I mean, it wouldn't take any core pieces. Yeah, I would definitely add Melo.
It's going to be interesting. Woj made the weird comment on his pod with Bobby Marks that he didn't see the Cavs doing any more big moves, but I don't see how they're not going to do any more moves. You know?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be –
because the roster is just a little unbalanced.
I don't understand who plays point guard. I mean, they almost have to get somebody while Thomas is out, right? I'm not saying it doesn't have to be Bledsoe. I mean, you and I love Patrick Beverly and the Clippers. It doesn't even have to be that level. Like, I mean, it's dumb, but we were talking about Delly. Like, even a Delly would be fairly useful right now, right? Like, just a castaway, just like –
would you, like, do, like, a Shelvin Mack? Is that, like, enough? Or is that, like – is Shelvin Mack better than Derrick Rose? I don't think so.
I don't know. Does Derrick Rose not being able to shoot just screw everything up too much?
No, because you have shooters. Just put JR and Korver out there. You're fine.
That's true.
I'm
excited to see Korver the full season.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see JR not hurt come back season.
Yeah. His defense 2 years ago was incredible. Last year it was awful.
Yeah, and he had a lot going on. I think his daughter last year like really messed him up, and the injuries kept piling up.
I mean, you just let that go. You know what I mean? You can't even be mad at him for that kind of stuff. And
yeah, I think he'll come back ready to go against Zavek's best wishes because he's not a JR fan.
Yeah, for as much as we talk about the stop and the block and the shot, JR coming out
that third quarter,
and he hit like 8 points in a row or something. Like, that's the only way we won Game 7. Like he won that game just as much as anybody else did.
And then think about this: he was crazy in these finals too.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the only guys hitting shots. Hey, I'm excited. They have so much depth, but the roster seems a little unbalanced. Where it's like it doesn't make sense for them not to do at least some kind of move. Maybe it's not Melo, but I don't know.
Yeah, even a smaller one. I mean, even like we have so many Jeff Greens. I mean, to your point, RJ, Fry, like those guys have kind of become useless based on everything else in the roster at this point.
The Cavs are so excited about Jeff Green. I've read about 3 articles that have talked about how excited the Cavs are for Jeff Green.
I feel like it's when your friend gets like a new boyfriend or girlfriend that they really like, and they know you're not going to like them, so they're just like talking up, like trying to get you all psyched up.
Jeff Green's better than Derek Williams, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And Derrick Rose is better than Darren Williams. So it's like, if you think about it in terms of what the Cavs had, I know it's like tougher to see, but I think that they improved. I mean, other than Kyrie not being on the team anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the ancillary pieces are definitely better. Well, I mean, even just Jetty and some of those Crowder, like those are huge adds. Korver for a full year. Yes. Korver was awesome on this team.
He was.
What is he?
He couldn't hit shit in the finals, but
no, but he was our 7th guy off the bench or player now. I mean, Crowder's gonna be your first guy off the bench, right?
Yeah, Crowder's the first guy off the bench.
How many teams would Korver start for? He'd start for Boston right now.
He'd start for Boston. He'd start for New Orleans. Like the Pelicans would maybe give you Boogie for Korver right now. That's for sure. I'm excited about the Cavs' depth. But it's funny because Darren Williams not on a team right now. Like,
I think it's because RJ ended his career with that quote about Golden State's eyes lighting up every time he came on the court.
I love how brutally honest RJ is, and people were like people forget that RJ was still helpful in these finals. Like, I know he's done and he's like spent and you can't play him, but I'd still trust RJ minutes over Darren Williams minutes any day of the week.
Oh yeah, for sure. He played like. Him on this team with a smaller role is going to be perfect. It's kind of like Sean Marion. I didn't think Sean Marion was bad when he was here a couple years ago. It's just that we relied on Sean Marion to do stuff that Sean Marion can't do anymore, Like
Yeah.
when you played him just a little bit, let him do Sean Marion things, he was great.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
All
Kobe's
right, last question: do we take the top seed in the East this year?
no.
You don't think so? I think Boston's got so much turnover. I think it's going to be there.
True. Yeah. But see, I could see like a Washington or a Toronto, like Toronto's such regular season tryhards.
Yeah, Toronto's definitely going to be up there.
I could definitely see the Cavs being this 3 seed.
Oh yeah, I can see that. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, not that I really don't think it matters. I honestly don't.
I just love that these guys they're constantly entertaining. There's just so much random shit happening all the time. It's wonderful.
You never know what's going to happen. Like, think about it. What day is it today? September 1st? Training camp's literally later this month.
And we could have another 2 moves before then.
Yeah.
And we don't even know about point guard.
I could see Shump not making it to training camp.
Oh yeah. What do you think the odds are?
60, 40, 60 he's in, 40 he's moved by then, I think. I wouldn't say 50-50, I'd say just under that.
Yeah. I would say if I thought teams wanted him, it would be a lot higher. But just the fact that we can't, like that second rounder feels like it's almost going to be part of that show.
Yeah, see, here's the thing about their own 2018 first rounder. If you trade that, you can't trade the Brooklyn pick. You know?
Yeah.
Because the only reason you can trade the 2018 first is because they got another, you know? So it's like that one's a little tougher because you kind of have to know what you're going to do like down the road. So, but I could see that 2020 pick going with Shump to wherever, hopefully, some team.
Yeah, some team in China or something. Can we trade picks just to take Shump?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to take any more time. Chopz, I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
I'm definitely going to have you on more during the season. We'll talk trash on all the teams on the East because they're all trash. So I appreciate it. I'll throw his Twitter handle up on the screen so y'all can start following him. Appreciate you turning in, waiting for next year. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we will see you next time. Thanks.